In the 7th century BCE, when most empires rose and fell along a single river or valley, one African ruler governed two worlds at once. He was Taharka, king of Kush, a Nubian monarch who did what few leaders in human history ever achieved. He ruled both Nubia and Egypt, not as conqueror alone, but as restorer. The age of collapse. Egypt was in crisis. Internal rebellions weakened the pharaohs. Regional governors had seized authority. Foreign powers from the Near East, especially Assyria, watched closely. The temples were neglected. The priesthood divided. The divine legitimacy of kingship was fading. But south of Egypt, beyond the first cataract of the Nile, another kingdom had been preparing. Kush in modern Sudan had preserved older traditions of kingship. Where Egypt was fragmenting, Kush was consolidating. Taharka grew up in a court that believed Egypt did not need replacement. It needed restoration, a different kind of conquest. When Taharka marched north, he did not come as an invader. He came as a reviver of Ma'at, the sacred order of the universe. Instead of destroying temples, he rebuilt them. Instead of replacing gods, he honored them. Instead of imposing foreign rule, he adopted the full pharaonic tradition. He dressed as pharaoh. He wrote in hieroglyphs. He funded priests. To Egyptians, he was not foreign. He was legitimate. This is why his reign became one of the rare moments in history where conquest produced stability instead of chaos. The Builder King. Taharka launched one of the largest construction programs of the late pharaonic era. Temples rose again at Karnak, Kawa, Memphis. The Nile Valley prospered. Trade routes reopened between Central Africa and the Mediterranean. Gold flowed north. Grain flowed south. He governed not as two states, but as a single Nile civilization. For the first time in centuries, the river had one ruler from its uppermost heart to its delta mouth. The test of empire. But power attracts challenges. The Assyrian Empire, the superpower of its age, advanced into the Levant and then Egypt. Taharka faced an enemy unlike the fractured rivals before him. A professional imperial army with siege weapons, iron discipline, and expansionist ambition. He fought them repeatedly. Sometimes he won. Sometimes he retreated. But even when Assyria captured cities, they never broke his legitimacy in Nubia. His authority survived because it was cultural and spiritual, not just military. The strategic withdrawal. Eventually, the pressure became too great. Rather than allow Egypt to be destroyed in endless war, Taharka withdrew south. He preserved the Kushite kingdom. This decision mattered. Instead of dying defending territory, he saved a civilization that would continue ruling the Nile for generations. Many kings fight to hold land. Taharka chose to preserve continuity. The legacy. Historians call his dynasty the 25th dynasty, the Nubian pharaohs. They proved something powerful. Africa was not merely influenced by Egypt. At times, Africa ruled Egypt. Taharka unified two cultures without erasing either. He governed through restoration, legitimacy, and shared identity, not domination. Leadership lesson. Taharka's power came from understanding a principle many rulers miss. Lasting authority is not built on conquest, it is built on recognition. He did not force Egypt to accept him. He became what Egypt already believed a king should be. And because of that, a southern kingdom ruled the greatest civilization of the Nile, not as outsiders,